If you're watching this video, I just want you to know that you're not alone. Good morning and happy November 28th. Today is Thanksgiving and my family immigrated to America, so I feel like Thanksgiving was one of those holidays I never really understood anyways. So my family doesn't really celebrate it, but this is the first Thanksgiving that I am spending completely by myself. With the pandemic and the cases rising, it just didn't make sense to go home. I wanted to make this video because I know a lot of people made sacrifices and sacrificed being there with their families just to be safe and be cautious. So if you're watching this and you did that, I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. I know it's really lonely. I've been feeling so lonely, but maybe we could all hang out together today. I just want to take a second to thank you all for being on this whole journey with me, especially during the pandemic, and thank you for joining me today. I am so grateful for you all, and honestly sometimes recording is the only time I end up speaking out loud. So thank you for keeping me company, and thank you for keeping me company today, and I'm excited to see what we end up doing. I want to take a second to acknowledge that we are on stolen land, and Thanksgiving, if anything, kind of just makes me think about genocide. So I just want to take a second to thank the tribe. I'll insert their name. I would try to say it, but I also feel like it would be disrespectful mispronouncing it. That was in the land that I'm currently in the area of Manhattan that I'm currently in. They occupied this land, and I really recommend that you also look into which tribe was wherever you are. Y'all are probably so tired of my coffee videos and my coffee clips, and I hear you, but yesterday I tried something a little bit different and it was just a nice little cake, so I figured I would share. I'll show you exactly how I do it, but the one thing that's different is that I use chai, and I add the chai to the oat milk latte. And the way I do this is I just grab a chai tea bag, and is chai tea bag repetitive because chai means tea? Just put a little bit amount of water in there and let it soak so it becomes concentrated. I guess you could also use chai concentrate, but I feel like those have a lot of sugar.
Before you educate the head, try to educate the heart.
Really all about the small things in life, and I feel like coffee in the morning or matcha in the morning makes me so happy. So I guess buy whatever it does that for you and do that. But sometimes when I'm drinking coffee, especially on the weekends when I don't have meetings and class and stuff I'm preparing for, I like to sit in this little corner spot in my apartment and people watch. If you know me, you know I've been thinking about getting a dog pretty much my whole life, but more seriously thinking about it ever since I moved into this apartment. And where I live, a lot of people like to take their dogs out on walks, like especially on this street right here. So I just like to sit here and watch everybody walk their dogs. Today seems really empty. I guess obviously it makes sense. I was thinking about going to the gym because I feel like all the other years that's how I would normally start my Thanksgiving, but cases have really been spiking the past couple of weeks, and I don't really want to risk it. I feel like Thanksgiving at the gym's always very packed, and yeah, I was gonna go on a run and then I saw that it was not pretty outside, so I guess it'll be yet another day of staying home all day. Honestly, that's what every other day is doing, so nothing new. On a slightly unrelated note, yesterday when I was thinking about doing this video, I got this strong urge that at some point I should I'm not gonna say a tarot reading, but maybe pull some cards and see if it resonates with anybody watching. I feel like sometimes there's messages we need to hear, and I don't know if this is just the universe's way of saying whatever card is coming out is what y'all maybe needed to hear, but maybe you could ask our spirit guides and our angels, see what we've all been going through. Aww. Okay. We got the World, but it came in reverse to me. So we got the World in reverse. Is there a message for everybody watching this that I could relay? Ooh. This is also in reverse. This is a Two of Wands in reverse. Oh. Another one in reverse. This one fell out in reverse. The Queen of Cups. Anything else we should know? Anything else you want to tell us? Anything else? Okay, I think that's it. I think the three are the cards. So we got all three in reverse: the World, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. And trust me, the deck was not in reverse. They all just fell out this way. I'm still learning about all the cards, especially what they mean when they're upright versus reversed. So I'm looking up the World in reverse, and it says the World reverse can signify feeling stuck in a situation. This will be one particular part of your life that is taking up your energy rather than problems in all areas. You may be aware of what it is already, as it will be a focus for you and you may feel burdened by it. Remember, there's no point in flogging a dead horse. So if you've already thrown everything you've got into something and it's still not working, the World reverse may be telling you that it's time to accept disappointment and cut your losses. Found another website that had a slightly different interpretation, so obviously take whatever resonates, but still, for the World in reverse, it says it can indicate a block that's between you and your goal. This could be an external or internal block. Self-sabotaging is a possibility. Frustratingly, the World reverse could also indicate a delay that messes up your desired timeline. So it's not that your goal is really unfulfilling or off track. You're just going to have to wait. For the Two of Wands in reverse, it says it's encouraging you to draw your attention inwards and focus on your personal goals. Consider what is truly important to you and what lights you up. You may have headed in one direction only to realize it wasn't in full alignment with your deeper values and purpose. This card invites you to go back to the drawing board and reconnect with your dreams and ambitions that make the necessary adjustments to your path ahead. It also says the reverse Two of Wands can highlight that you are reluctant to step out into unknown territories despite the enormous potential, instead of preferring to stick with what you know. You may be the big fish in the small pond, enjoying the feeling of success in the safe environment. Reconnect with your vision and why you're here, and know that you will need to explore new fields to reach your highest level. The Queen of Cups in reverse, I feel like has very similar meaning to the other one. It says you need to draw your attention inwards and focus on your emotional well-being. You're great at taking care of others, but now it's time to take care of you. This card suggests that you're emotionally drained because you have been so busy supporting others but not yourself. You may need to set firm boundaries with your loved ones so that they know you love them but will not take on their emotional baggage. You can hold space for them, but ultimately they are responsible for their feelings and life experiences, and they need to go on their own journey to learn how to cope. Wow.
It says it can mean you're wrapped up in other people's emotional responses and have created a codependent relationship that's not healthy for either party. You may be giving too much of yourself away, receiving little in return, or you may be inadvertently fostering dependency so you feel needed. Examine your relationships and see where you could create a healthy detachment, where you could still give emotional support but not to the detriment of one another. I hope that resonated, at least parts of it did, with any of you. Obviously take it or leave it. I just felt like I needed to do that. I don't know why. If any of you are more familiar with cards, please, I would love if you could tell me if it means something if all the cards come out in reverse. Because I know for a fact the deck, I was holding the deck upright. So if that has a meaning, please let me know. Or if you have an interpretation for these cards, which were technically this way, I would love to know if you could comment it down below. That would be amazing. I think those cards feel like we've all kind of been going through it and maybe putting the needs of others before our own, and that might be leading us to feeling stagnant or feeling like things that we're waiting or news that we're waiting to hear back from, or like a goal that we're trying to achieve, we're just not getting there, but we're close. And I feel like what we need to do in order to get there is prioritize ourselves and prioritize our own needs, but continue doing the positive things we've been doing to get this far. So I think we're all just on track. I think we just have things that are like keeping us back and holding us back, and the more we could align with what serves us and what makes us happy, the better we could serve everybody else, if that makes sense. It just reminds me of the whole wearing your mask thing. When you're on the plane, they always tell you to put your mask on before you try to help anybody else put their mask on. And I feel like that really just applies to life in general, because if you're not showing up there, if you're not showing up for yourself, you'll never be able to show up for other people in your highest potential. Or if you are, you're sacrificing you and your needs, and nobody should have to do that. So I hope that resonated. If it did, let me know. If not, you can completely ignore this part of the video. I actually really wanted to go to the Thanksgiving Day parade, but obviously they canceled the in-person part of it, so I'm watching it all online. For a second I was like, oh my gosh, did people show up anyways to the parade? And then I realized none of them were wearing masks. So this must be from a previous year, but it's funny that that is the test now to see what is in 2020 and what isn't. Are people not socially distancing without masks? No masks means not 2020. Like I said earlier, my family never really did Thanksgiving, but something my sisters and I would do is just dress up, honestly, absolutely for no reason. Which, if you've been watching a bunch of these videos, you know that's a theme for me of something that always makes you feel better. I don't know if it's a Leo thing. It might just be like big Leo energy. But if you've also seen in the past videos, since getting signed to the modeling agency, I've been trying to practice being in front of a camera as much as I can. I think I finally conquered my fear of shooting in public. And now I feel really comfortable shooting anywhere in the middle of New York, everybody watching. I just don't think I really care anymore. And that has been a big accomplishment, because I remember Yossi as a junior in college, and I hated people taking pictures of me. I felt so uncomfortable in my own skin that I was fine with taking pictures of myself, because you would take 1,000 and you just need one to work out, but I was so uncomfortable with other people taking pictures of me. And I feel like I've grown out of that, but I still need to practice more just posing and stuff. So even though I'm not going to see any humans today, I feel like I still got to maintain the tradition of getting ready for no reason. And I'll FaceTime my family later and talk to all of them, but yeah, I think I'm gonna shower, I've been wanting to recreate the wet skin, wet hair photos. I'll like insert some pictures of what I'm thinking I don't know how they do it, but I want to try to recreate it, so maybe we'll do that today. My curly hair has been dead. This is my hair after curling it. I've also been cutting it a lot. I feel like I have just so much heat damage that my natural curls are just gone. They come back occasionally, but for the most part they're dead. So I want to try to use some of the products and see if I could try to revive my curly hair. The goal is kind of to put enough products in my hair to make it stay like this for as long as I can. I actually hate the feeling of products in my hair, so I know I'm gonna have to take another shower when I'm done with these pictures. Y'all, I am wearing so much makeup. Who is she? And the sun came out, so I feel like this is good vibes. I'm hopeful about how the pictures are going to cut. I can't tell if I like my makeup. I don't know. I used the cream contour thing for the first time. I didn't even try contouring my nose, and I don't think I did it right. How do you? I don't know how people do it, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with it. All right. Okay, I feel like my face is very oily, glowy looking, but my skin isn't. And if I had the Neutrogena sunscreen with me right now, that's what I would use, but I don't. So I'm gonna use olive oil. I feel like it's about to be very messy, but I think it would give the I don't know if I like the oily feeling, but it's fine. It's fine. Just do it for the photo. Can we just? I think I really did something, y'all. I really think I did something. I would 10 out of 10 recommend doing the same. Just try it. Just oil yourself up, bitch. This is a whole ass motherfucking vibe. Hello, I've kind of just been taking pictures this whole time, but my hair dried and my hair actually looks curly. So I guess the product's worth, but you could tell there's product in it when you touch it. So I don't know if I would be doing this again, but for now I'm just gonna enjoy it. I wanted to talk to you all because today's actually the anniversary, I guess you could say, of the end of my 3-year relationship. We broke up last Thanksgiving, so it's been a whole year. And I know some of you OGs have been here from the beginning, so I kind of just wanted to talk about it. I just want to make this in case anybody watching this right now is going through a breakup or heartbreak. Breakups suck. Getting hurt sucks. The ending of any relationship sucks, and if you're going through that, I just want you to know you're not alone. I know for me, we were together for 3 years, so we'd spent like, we had planned the whole rest of our lives, and that relationship ending meant everything I had imagined for my future was gone. And as a planner and as a long-term thinker, that was a little bit of a challenge to come to terms with, of like, what is my life gonna look like now that that's gone and that's over and the future we planned is no longer gonna be happening. I know for me, I was really losing myself in that relationship. I think I was becoming so insecure, and I feel like I had just become a completely different person, and this has nothing to do with my ex. My ex was great, and the more I've had time to reflect the past year, the more I've recognized even more how incredible of a person he was. And I think all the toxicity was all really from myself, and I just feel like I was being toxic to myself, within myself, and it was just like fuming out of me, if that makes sense, like seeping out of me in a way. And it took me a lot of time to recognize that, because in the beginning I felt like maybe he just couldn't love me the way that I wanted to be loved. And the more time I spent single, the more I realized the only person who could love me in that way is me. And I don't think I had that self-love going into that relationship, and as a result I was hoping to receive a love that I couldn't even give myself. And now I've learned that before going into the next relationship, my main priority is me, and I really want my next relationship to be my last relationship, so I'm not in a rush to do that. But I'm so proud of myself for finding myself the past year and growing to love myself as much as I have. Self-love is not easy. Self-love is not something that comes overnight. It takes time. It takes conscious effort every single day, and it takes choosing yourself and doing whatever the fuck you want to do. I feel like that has been what's been really nice about being single, is you don't have to think about anybody else. Like truly just doing whatever makes you happy and doing whatever you need to do with every little decision, from like what you're gonna eat for dinner, to what vacation you're gonna take, to what outfit you want to wear, to where do you see yourself living in the next 5 years, and like what city and state do you want to be in. I think it's so important to have time to choose yourself in all of that before deciding to be in a relationship. I think I hadn't built enough of a foundation within myself before getting into that relationship. We met when I was like, I just turned 20. I had so much growing to do, and the older I get, the more I realize I really don't know anything, and I still have so much growing to do. I feel like I'm getting away from the point, but I saw a TikTok that was really helpful, and his user account is 5HAHEM, and he said he's a therapist, and he was talking about therapy hacks from a therapist for beating a breakup, and he had 2 questions you should ask yourself. The first one is, what lessons can you take away from the ending of the situation? And 2, who are you outside of that relationship? I feel like that self-reflection is so vital, but I also think what really helped me be able to move on and recover from what felt like an addiction was letting myself feel all the feels, like letting myself go through all the emotions, everything from like denial, anger, acceptance, like just letting yourself feel all of that and not jumping into like a new thing, which I like previously, I will admit, like I had a history of doing that. I've almost said that many times throughout, but like don't hurt other people because you're hurting. And I also think being able to take the time you are spending giving to another person or asking to be loved in a specific way from somebody else and chasing anybody, like fuck that. Stop chasing people. You are a queen, you are a king. You do not chase. We do not chase. We are the ones that get chased, and eventually we'll find the love that we deserve. But stop begging people to love you the way you want to be loved, because at the end of the day, the only person that could do that for you is yourself, and everything you need to be happy is within you already. I'm sorry this video has been all over the place. I guess so much of why I started this YouTube channel was to be the representation that I feel like I never had, and so much of why I make these videos because I'm feeling lonely. So I guess if you're watching this video, I just want you to know that you're not alone and that I'm here, and whatever you're going through, we're going through the good, bad, and the ugly, whether that's spending the holidays alone, going through a breakup, or whatever life may be throwing at you right now. I just want you to know I am so grateful for you. Thank you for spending this day with me. Thank you for spending your Thanksgiving with me. I think it's 5 p.m. I realized I haven't even ate, so this is so not like a real Thanksgiving. video, and I apologize for that, but I really want to try to get this up for you all before the day's over. So I feel like the evening and the night hit a little bit harder. So if you're watching this Thanksgiving night, Thanksgiving evening, sending you so much love, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.